Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Before we start with the second episode, just a few quick words. So two things happened in the time since I released the first episode. The first thing is that the reception was absolutely ridiculous for my channel. I think it has 10 times the views my best videos got in the same time. So thank you all for your comments, thank you for your support, and I'm glad you enjoy it. And the second thing that happened in, I think yesterday, as of the moment I'm recording this. Jake, the developer of Songs of Six, has released a new version, which is almost tradition for my channel. The last playthrough I started before version 66 came out lasted for I think 2 or 3 episodes, and then version 66 dropped. This time things are a bit different. Version 67 is not that much of a difference. It's just quality of life and a few changes here and there. I mean, it's called many small things. And Jake, the developer, has said that it is save game compatible, but in the same breath said that to him means that the game will load. He also promised that the save game will definitely break, since there are so many balance adjustments. I'll link his video in the description if you're interested in getting this information directly from the source. So I'm not sure what to do. He has said that version 67 will not be in the stable branch for a while, since he wants to do 2 more updates and then get the whole package up to the stable branch, so this will be a few months. And version 66 was kind of a bit of a shit show in the beginning. There were tons of bugs that outright broke the game at some point, and then they got fixed, so Jake is doing an amazing job. This is in no way criticism. He's pumping out updates every day, but I don't know what to do. So in short, I will post a right after I post this video, I will post a poll and you can ask me what to do. The options are as follow. I can continue this playthrough in version 66 and try to finish it. It will take a while, so you might regret your decision in the long run. I could load my playthrough after episode 2. I could load my playthrough into version 67 and we watch it break together. Or I could start a new playthrough altogether with basically the same goal, but in version 67, which will probably break at some point as well, since it's not in stable branch and there always is a few very big bugs in new versions of Songs of Six. So those are the options. Make up your mind, go to my channel, click the poll if you're interested. If you're not interested, thank you for watching still, and let's head back into the game. Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Our settlement needs to grow a little bit more, and then we can start our actual playthrough, which is trying to conquer all of this. Every single settlement will be ours. I think the population will go down a bit. I don't think we will manage to get too many settlements up and running, so most of them will just be empty, desolate places, but I think you were able to imagine that if I said I'm going to conquer this world, that the world won't necessarily be in a better place after. The whole morality of it is, it's a video game, okay? We have designed a second district, and for now the construction is disabled. The population is booming, which we're going to need. We will need lots of soldiers and lots of workers to fuel our mighty military. And our next steps for now are to get some more food up and running, because we will need more very soon. And then I want to get a few production chains online. For now we are producing some clothes, we are producing some fabric and furniture, but that's it. We need more materials, we need to advance in the technology department. We might need some weapons, who knows. We definitely won't conquer the world diplomatically, I can tell you as much. So for now there's not much to say. The problem is I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so I have to move very careful. The first episode was like, I think 35 minutes long, but those were just under 3 hours of gameplay, so I've condensed it down quite a bit. If I move too rapidly, it would just take even longer, because my people are very, very easy to leave. For now we are making them very happy. Or if my population continues to grow too much, I run into food troubles, and so on and so on and so on. That's basically the gameplay loop of every colony survival city builder game. So all we're doing today is slow and steady progress. Okay, the second district is almost up and running. We are running into the problem that stone is really scarce on this map, and I don't want my people to run too far off into the wilds to harvest stone. But there is some stone fields over here, and I think we don't have any other choice. They just need to walk pretty far, since we are running very low on stone. I've built a third multicolor breeder, the fishery is up and running, and we are now producing a safe... We are having a safe margin of food. A problem is my population is continuing to explode. Maybe the one nursery hatchery, the Garfimi hatchery, is a bit too much for me to handle at the moment. My people are getting unhappy. We do not fulfill their expectations anymore. I will spend some science. We need to progress our society as a whole. And what I want to do is... we are probably going to need some pottery. Yes, so we are going to unlock pottery. We are also going to unlock masonry, even though we can't really do anything about it at the moment. Okay, we unlocked a pottery. So let's build a pottery. I think that's a crafting building, so we can copy the carpenter and tell it you are a pottery now. Yes, very nice. And we can place it down. Oh, that's pretty far from the... no, that's okay. I want to reserve this spot here for a bathhouse. So that's why I'm not immediately placing anything here. But I think we can place pottery here, that should be fine. And now I'm pondering. I looked it up. This batch of Garfimi mercenaries costs me around 30k. I have 39k. I don't know if those 30 guys would be able to take this settlement. We do have 50 administration due to our title, and we do have a bit of workforce. So getting this settlement could provide us with some much needed relief. We would also get a new neighbor, Darfin, and all the people around us would hate us. I think we just try to do it. Those Amivias have 99%. Okay, they are archers. Yeah, let's get the Garfimis. Even though they already look a bit fucked up. And with this, we are trying to conquer our first settlement. Gotta start somewhere, I guess. Okay, we are getting attacked immediately. But I think those 110 guys are just a garrison. So they just have leather armor and nothing else. If I'm wrong, then I just threw 30k down the wind. Okay, they have 2 leather armor and nothing else. And my people have hammers and leather armor, and they are much more experienced. I think we can probably win this. Okay, they are charging me. And my mercenaries ran. Okay, so much for all of my money. Let's see if we can trade. That's the first setback we have this playthrough. It's fine. Okay, with that terrible display of overconfidence, I'll start progressing a bit more. I have started to train up a second division. Our first division are the people who actually know how to fight. They get full melee training. And the second division are 20 people for the moment with 0% training. So all that happens is they go to the training ground, they stand there, they get a pat on the shoulder, and now they are soldiers. And then they head out again. I'm also building a charcoaler. We have plenty of wood over here. Let's try to, and I will try to make some coal out of it. I found out that stone is really cheap in Instrack, so we are just importing stone from there. And I'm just storing up goods. I'm waiting for 100 pottery so I can upgrade the food stores. What I can also do is probably get the bathing tech. But I don't know if I want to invest that much. I mean, we're going to need it sooner or later anyways. Is there something more pressing? Doesn't look like it. So let's get the bathing tech. Which means we can upgrade our wells and we can even think about building a bathhouse. Which needs cut stone and iron bars. So it is still a bit in the future, but as you can see, a bathhouse is very important if we want to make our people happy. Also, an upgrade to the lavatory would be nice. No, we need stone, we need cut stone. So let's build a refinery. Yes, but there's no other way. We just have to have a masonry at some point. How much iron bars? 80 iron bars. That's a lot. That hurts. But we have the money for it and we're exporting clay. My population is still exploding, as you can see. Those children grow up so fast. I mean, they die pretty fast. But soon we'll need every last hand. I also had my first crime. Nothing I can do about it yet. We will unblock the law buildings and the guard posts at 300 population, which isn't too far off. We had something Bob Ross would call an unfortunate little accident, as opposed to a happy little accident, and a whole bunch of people died. This also put a pretty big hit on my happiness, since suddenly we have a lot of wrongful deaths. They will forget in time, but it will take quite a while. I have upgraded the stages and I used some of the metal to upgrade the clay pit. The boost of 50% is just too nice to pass up on. And I think my economy is finally stabilizing. And overall, things are looking pretty good. Still no chance of being raided. We are too poor. I mean, we don't have any money in the bank. So I get that we are not the juiciest of all targets. And we reach 300 population. And the next thing we will need is some guard posts. The more the better. Our Garfimi are devious little bugs. This large guard post is rather nice. If I could plant it down in the middle, which I can't, but down here should also be fine. Takes a lot of cut stone and a lot of leather armor, and up here I can place it. Just about here should be fine. This will take a long time to construct. We have nowhere near enough leather armor and we have nowhere near enough cut stone. My Garfimi yearn for two things. First of all, we have our first prisoner. Let's take a look at him. Okay, can't click at him. His name is Keldenor Altanas and he's a vandalist, so probably sprayed some graffiti of genitalia somewhere. And my people yearn for two things. The first one is blood. The blue splatters of blood here in the arena are not enough to satisfy them. We want two kinds of blood. We want the entertaining kind of blood, which we can do with... I mean, not entertaining in the sense of actually providing entertainment to them, but in the sense of a good public execution. Yes, that should be good enough. So it's not too expensive, and we're placing one scaffold over here and one nice little execution area. Maybe over here, can we fit it? Yeah, let's place it here. This will spread red around it, and our little Keldenor Altanas is in for a rather rude and short awakening tomorrow. We can tell our people what to do with prisoners. At the moment we have a rate of 50% being sent to prison, 25% being executed, and 25% being enslaved. We don't have a slaver, we don't have a prison, and now we are building our executioner. So I'm sorry, Mr. Keldenor Altanas, but you're out of luck. Your only way is into the next life. Our guard posts are still under construction, and once they are up and running, we'll get a steady influx of new prisoners. Sooner or later we will stop executing people, and we're going to build giant prison complexes, because I need to store hundreds and hundreds of prisoners at the same time, just so we can get our keep our religion fueled in the future. The second yearning my recruits have is more cannibalism, which we could only provide them by tearing down our graveyards, but that would cut into my own happiness, into the happiness of my people, because they do love graveyards. If we want to send out an army on the world map, we need clothing and we need rations. Two things we do not have. So I think it is time that we start looking into producing our own rations. Oh, before I skip forward too much, our scaffolds are finished. I don't know why Mr. Kaldor is still alive. Let's sentence him to execution and watch him walk his last walk. Quite the obedient little fellow. He needs no guards or anything, he just walks up to the chopping block. Now he's waiting to be executed. And we are waiting for the executioner to walk. Some people are watching. Oh, the executioner is currently sleeping. He's relaxing a bit, I get it. He'll need his strength tomorrow. Chopping off heads is hard work after all. Even though I think it's probably easier than chopping wood. Okay, he's coming, and... Oh no, he went for... Where did he go? Mr. Kaldor Farnes is having a not so great day waiting for the executioner. Oh, the executioner went for a swim, and... Whoop, there is a head, and here is the body. Death cause executed. This corpse can only be dumped in a mass grave. Okay. Maybe my cannibal is taking the corpse. And he's producing meat. 16, 24, 32 meat. I think we just found the loophole. This is making my people incredibly happy, probably. They get red from the execution. Law execution is going up. They love that people are being executed. And they also should love getting some cannibalism. I'm quickly checking where it is. Yeah, cannibalism is also going up. This is a win-win-win situation. So in the past few minutes I've built a few more production chains. We have a second tailor who is now producing clothing instead of leather armor. So we can store up on some clothes. I think I have disabled clothes from my population. Yes, I'll also disable it from the slaves. We are building a new Baltic roller breeder because my population is growing and the difference between food produced and consumed is getting too narrow for my comfort. I've also built a few more scaffolds just to, I'll show you, spread the dread a bit more. We are also starting to produce a few rations and storing them up. And slowly but surely we're trudging forward. We are up to 350 population. Let's see how our population pyramid is doing. Yes, we are still pumping out babies. Those were the subjects we started with for the first 100, and this is this one breeder. Now imagine if we build 3 or 4 of those. We could drown the enemies in a torrent of bodies. We are finally starting to store up the goods we need to start our engines of war. I have 200 clothing in the stores, 500 rations, we have a few pieces of leather armor, and I've built a second carpenter who's now producing warhammers since I unlocked the makeshift weapons technology. So we have rations, we have clothing, and we are getting some armor and weapons because our army is still very small. We have our division of 10 soldiers who is fully trained, or at least 91% trained, and we have our division of 20. I mean, can we even call them soldiers? I also added a second lab, and I'm at 1070 science. My goal is to reach 1200, and then I will unlock the improved lab and I will start upgrading my labs. So I think we're almost ready to make our first excursion and try once more to take Silverstone, this time without mercenaries. And since we will need Peaver in the future, I think we can start thinking about a grain farm. I think this whole area I will use a few pumps to make more fertile. Okay, so I have a little canal network set up just to fertilize this area. We have 1 pump working with 5 workers at the moment. We'll upgrade it shortly with some iron. The other 2 pumps I've built to be future-proof. We can expand the canal network down here, but for now there's no one working in it and it's just here for the future, so I don't forget about it. Okay, our iron is arriving as you can see, so I'm upgrading the pump. Needs less workers now. And I will upgrade the lab, which we have the most humans working in, which is this one. Okay, I just got a little heart attack once I saw how much pottery is worth. I mean, we are taking 2 pieces of clay and turning it into 1 piece of pottery. clay, which is our main export for the moment, is giving us 9 denarii per piece. So 2 clay is 18 denarii, and now grab onto something, because pottery is giving us 62 per piece. I've immediately upped the workforce in my pottery production to 20, because, I mean, let's get rich, boys. Okay guys, we got shafted big time. Our neighbor Darfin took Silverton, the settlement we were having on our eyes on the whole time. So that's bad news. So what I'm going to do now is I will edit this division and I will tell them to get all the warhammers we have, which is almost 80. And then I will have to spend some money to get Piva. Okay, 8 soldiers. Let's head out and try. What can go wrong? I mean, at the worst, we lose 8 soldiers and a bit of equipment. Okay, 8 versus 110. They do almost no damage since they have no weapons. We do pretty good damage all around. We also have more force, more attack, more hit points. But we're 8 and they are 100, so that's, I think... I don't know if we can charge them though. We have more force. Let's just do it. What the hell, it's 8 people. Is this one of mine who started running immediately? Yes. Okay, I have vastly miscalculated this engagement. Can this one guy do it? He has an... No. Minus 63 morale. Okay, that was embarrassing. Can I just show you what happened after my shameful display? So, 7 days ago, we have the drought. The gods have forsaken Ankh, the rains have stopped. Okay, 2 days later, we had a drought. The gods have forsaken us, and the rains have stopped. On the same day, we had an accident where 2 people were injured. Not too bad. 2 days later, extreme temperatures. My people are sweating their asses off. 1 day later, we have a blight. Terrible news. Our herbs farms have been afflicted. Harvests will be reduced by 20%. That was one hell of a week. And now we get a gift. And he wants us to give us some alcohol. It's like, hey guys, I heard you have fun over there. Here, have some beer. We didn't take it, obviously. My Garfimi need the punishment, but the thought is what angers me. And I wanted to keep this area clear for future buildings, but for now I just have to put down another Baltic crawler breeder, because my food stores are dwindling, so we need more food production. And I think I'll end the episode here. This has all been about me being a bit too overconfident. But I promise you, next episode we are going to conquer our first region. And I mean, this whole playthrough, I have to warn you, will be a bit snowbally, because once we have our Argonash and once we train up a division that's unbeatable, the rest is just walking around and taking the settlements. So I really think that the beginning is probably the hardest part about this. Let's see what we're going to do about that next episode. So thank you for the reception, and don't forget to vote in the poll what I should do about version 67 coming out. So thank you for watching and see you the next time. Goodbye.